Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Gene Thorpe and Little Red Rooster TV, and today we're interviewing Highway 27 Band with Don Porter and Dan Walsh. They're going to be playing at the car show here at Century 21 Select, May the 4th, 2019. This will be our 9th annual car show, and it's going to be here at Century 21 at 801 Sterling Parkway, Lincoln, California. We're going to have about 80 cars. We're going to have chili. We're going to have a live music extravaganza. These guys will be playing. So first of all, I'd just like to say hello, Don.
Hello, Gene.
How are you doing, kid?
I'm doing well.
All right.
You.
And hello, Dan.
Hey, Gene, how's it going?
Very, very good.
Excellent.
Now, it's really interesting with these guys because I think I've known Dan for like over 50 years, maybe around there, and Don since about 1985.
Yep.
Dan, what was the very first thing that ever got you playing the guitar, if I might ask?
A Gibson Melody Maker.
Really?
Yeah, it was a gift.
Oh, and one thing that I was going to say, I did already say that the name of the band is Highway 27.
Yes.
And Dan, how did you guys get the name Highway 27?
It's an exit on the 101 freeway down south that goes through Topanga Canyon all the way to the ocean. So you go up Highway 27 to get to the Topanga Corral, which is also an Adore song that we do.
Yeah,
Wow.
we do the
Oh,
Doors
you
song.
do the
Yeah,
Doors
they
song?
sing all about it. They sing all about it. I didn't realize it until
The
I heard the
Roadhouse
song.
Blues.
Let it roll.
Oh, Roadhouse
Yeah.
Blues. And you guys used to play there in Charlie Dog, didn't you?
Yeah. I knew about the bungalows and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And like when you were in Charlie Dog, did you back up some of the famous
Big
people?
Joe Turner, Eddie Cleanhead Vincent, T-Bone Walker. It
Wow.
was a regular blues night every week when we were the house band.
Wow. And just talking a little bit about Charlie Dog,
Okay.
Norm Harris from Norm's Rare Guitars was in that band, right?
Yes, he was.
And so were a lot of other people, some of our favorite people, Brian Clark.
Yes.
And what about Fred? Fred Gerard?
Fred Gerard was in the band almost from the beginning when we were just murking around out there trying to figure something out. And he got in. I don't even know how we met him, but he was there all of a sudden.
That
And
was
he brought
an
in
incredibly good band. And
Yeah.
and Robles, what was
Ed Robles.
Ed Robles. He was in there. And where he said Brian Clark, and who else was in there? I think
Bud.
Buddy Harpham.
Buddy Harpham and also
Wow.
Ron Blair.
Yeah, Ron
Buddy had to
Blair.
take a vacation, and then Ron Blair came in and sat with us.
Wow.
So
Ron
he's
Blair
probably
was
not-
Ron Blair with Tom Petty.
No, that was before.
Oh.
It was just before, actually.
Oh my God.
Right
That
after
is-
that, he was with Tom Petty.
That is great.
They were going to recruit Brian, but he left town.
Wow. Hey, you know, that's right. I remember he had a girlfriend, so he didn't want to join Tom Petty.
Right.
Wow.
Wow.
So Don Porter.
That's
Now
neat.
Don Porter used to play with Stephen Grace.
I did.
Stephen Grace Band.
Mhm.
And I heard a story, and I want to know if this is true, but that what was the name of the band Savage? What was his name?
It was Joe Savage.
Joe Savage, and that was one of the biggest show bands
Right.
in California.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard a story one time that you were out in the crowd,
Mm-hmm.
and their singer, who was very good, I don't remember her name or anything, asked you if you knew the medley. What kind of medley
It was
it?
Pat Benatar Medley.
Wow.
And she noticed that whenever I came to see the band, I could sing the whole medley from the audience. I was singing every word with her, and I knew all the musical changes. And so she came out during a break and said, "Hey, you know my medley?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Do you want to sing it?" And I said, "Yeah." And so she let me up on stage that night, and I sang the Pat Benatar medley.
Well, I just want to say one thing. When Don Porter sings, it sounds just like a record. And Danny Walsh is probably one of the best guitar players that I've ever heard in my life.
Yep.
Actually. So if you come to the car show on the 4th, you're going to hear some very good music. So what kind of music do you guys play?
It's kind of a classic rock, right?
That's what it is.
Classic
Right
rock.
up our alley for the
Okay,
event.
so for you, Dan, what would be your favorite song that the band plays?
Crossroads.
Nice. Oh, yeah. Clapton. And you know, I heard that on the original version of that song, the original version of Crossroads, it's the lead singer from Manfred Mann. Did you know that?
Never heard that before.
Yeah,
Know
it
that
wasn't
either.
Eric Clapton.
Huh.
I think it was, I don't know what his name is. And what's your favorite song that your band does?
Well, I have quite a few favorites that I like, but one of them is Elvis Presley's version of "Can't Help Falling in Love," which is a ballad.
It's
And
a
then
classic.
I also like Roadhouse Blues. I love to
Roadhouse.
sing. I love to sing Roadhouse Blues.
Okay.
There's a lot of songs we do that I really like.
So-
and Moni Moni.
Yes.
Oh, and morning. So you guys have, you two, and then you have a drummer and a bass player, and who are they?
That would be Mike Flanagan on bass,
Uh-huh.
and that would be Jim Hutchinson
On
on
drums.
drums.
Nice. And you guys play around Sacramento quite a
We
bit.
do.
And Roseville. What was that? I came and heard you at the Tuscadero?
Trocadero, in Roseville.
Yeah, that was a very good show.
Yeah, that was a good gig.
Very nice. And you played last year at the car show. Actually, you guys played at the car show a couple of times. But this year is going to be a wonderful, wonderful thing. So we're really looking forward to having you.
We're also playing at the Veterans Stand down here in Lincoln.
That is right. The Veterans Stand Down. Is that going to be here in Lincoln?
It's
Oh,
at
no, I
the
think
Placer
it's-
County Fairgrounds, or is
Yeah.
it the Roseville?
Gold Country.
No, it's the
Fairgrounds.
one
Oh,
that
it's-
used to be the Placer County Fairgrounds in Roseville.
Right.
Now they call it the grounds, and that's going to be
Right down here.
March the 14th.
It's May 14th through 16th, and it's to help our veterans, right?
That's
And
gonna
so
be-
we volunteered to play that, and we're going to be playing on the 15th at the dinner hour.
And
6
not-
p.m.
About 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, here they are. Danny Walsh, Don Porter from Highway 27, and Gene Thorpe here, Little Red Rooster TV, signing out. And oh, you know what? Before we do, Dan, would you mind talking a little bit about these two guitars? I know that's a 1959 Martin, and then you have a Jazzmaster there.
Well, yeah, I picked this Jazzmaster up late last year. They were kind of closing them out. It's a reissue.
I love this guitar.
And this is a Daphne blue in color. And they really didn't make them with the block inlay, so this was kind of a one-off. But it has the original electronic circuitry, the P90 pickups, the original, hardware and everything. And then it's just beautiful, it has a special plate on the back.
It has
Nitrous
really
cellulose
nice sound.
lacquer.
Whoop, whoop,
And it
it's
sounds
not-
good.
it's
We'll
not in
find
there.
out at
Okay,
practice
there you go.
sometime if it'll stay in tune.
All right.
Yeah, it's a beautiful guitar.
And this Martin, what is that now?
The Martin,
1959?
I actually inherited the Martin,
Oh,
but
nice.
it is a 1959 Martin D28.
Wow.
I brought this with me
And
today.
it's got a special sides and back, doesn't it?
It's made out of Brazilian rosewood, and it's got spruce top. You can tell it's been played, honestly, but it has no cracks, no lifting, no anything that usually happens with older guitars. But the back is made of Brazilian rosewood,
Yeah, it's
which
gorgeous.
it's just, you haven't been able to get it. They have banned it in 1965. It was actually one of the first rare woods that got, banned worldwide.
Wow.
I have a picture frame made out of that
But,
rosewood.
That is.
And they used an ebony fretboard, which is getting rare now.
So thank you for bringing those guitars. And so we are going to sign out. Gene Thorpe, Little Red Rooster TV, and Highway 27 signing out.
Woo!
Yeehaw!
Peace.